Today we're going to be recapping the reptile room for November. Stick around. My name is Nick Pulaski. Growing up, I have always had a passion for wildlife, and with that passion, along with my passion of filmmaking, I get taken on some amazing adventures creating wildlife content, getting up close with a variety of incredible animals. So come follow along as I pursue my goals of educating, inspiring, exploring, and conserving wildlife, all while having fun, seeing the beauty in our natural world. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me here today. And if you're one that celebrates Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great, safe, and fun holiday this past week. Me personally, I know I did. It's been great. It was so great to catch up with family and friends. Along with it's been snowing here in the Midwest, which has been great. I personally love the snow. I know some people hate it. And with keeping reptiles, obviously, the snow and reptiles don't normally mix in that kind of sense, so you want to make sure that everything is nice and warm, which it is. It's a nice, warm 88 degrees in this reptile room. But because we have had these snowstorms, we have had success that you guys saw earlier this month with us starting to pair up snakes. And with all these snowstorms happening and the rainstorms happening earlier in the month, this has been really good triggering weather for the animals to start breeding and enticing them to breed, which has been great. For the few pairings that we're doing this year, it has been very good. We've had some success. A couple of them I haven't seen locks on personally, specifically with the Clown Pie project, which is okay. We're very early in the season, doesn't worry me whatsoever. But for example, the Stimson's pythons locked the same day that I put them in and introduced them, which was awesome. A+, so excited about that. Hopefully we get some more Stimson's pythons this year. Along with, I've seen some other locks between the Mojave and the Lesser that we have, so hopefully we get some blue-eyed Lucy's out of that, so that would be really, really exciting for sure. I do still have, as I'm looking over here, I still have my Hypo Banana Enchi girl that I haven't paired up yet, and I'm just kind of leaning and deciding what to pair her with. Kind of in limbo and just kind of deciding the males that I have and just kind of going down the long list that I have of males, which is great to have males readily available, but I'm kind of deciding what do I want to pair with her, because I mean, such a beautiful combination between the Hypo Banana and the Enchi. What do I want to bring out in her? Do I want to do something that's more visually hypo 100%, or do I want to do something that kind of builds upon on the project like I did the last time? It's all up in the air right now. We'll decide soon, but yeah, if you guys were in that situation, what would you personally pair? Would you do something that's going to produce visual hypos, or would you do something that's maybe going to be building blocks for the future? I want to hear your comments down below. The one male I was thinking of pairing with her is my Mojave Pied Hypo that I have, so that would be really cool to kind of combine and bring into there. I love Mojave Pieds in general. Just the expression between that being added in with everything else, I think that would be pretty cool. So I don't know, I'm kind of playing around with that idea, but we'll kind of see as time goes on. But yeah, if you guys had any ideas, let me know in the comments below. Obviously, I'm not alone in this episode. This is one of the babies that I have been raising up. This is my Pied 100% double head for hypo and ultra male, and this girl is just a stunner for sure. As you can see, just all pattern, like 99% pattern on this girl, and she is growing like a weed, which is absolutely something that you want. A nice healthy girl for sure. I'm obsessed because she is basically all pattern besides the tip of her tail, and just really cool, like her belly markings and stuff like that too. I can't wait for the clutches to come with this girl, so definitely stick around and stay tuned, because we're going to be doing some really fun stuff with this girl. I can already tell and plan, and I'm excited for the future. So yeah, very particular pairings, the ball pythons, the Stimson's pythons, that's been going very, very well. Now, we also had some really exciting news happen with the Woma pythons. The Woma pythons actually locked, and at first I was seeing just activity the night of pairing them, both Wally and Willow together, I should say, and it was just like they were just kind of interested, but I wasn't seeing anything else. I wasn't seeing any tail wagging or anything. I came in the next morning and I saw Wally trying to lock with Willow, and that was just, oh my gosh, I was just so over the moon. It wasn't necessarily a visual lock, though I saw their tails wrapped. He just wasn't getting the job done necessarily. It seemed like he was struggling to lift her tail or get behind her or get underneath her. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is really good signs. He's definitely trying. There's definitely action and interest. But it was kind of hard to see, like, if that was a true visual lock. And lo and behold, it ultimately became a visual lock. As time went on, as the day went on, I checked again, and he lifted her tail up, and they were ultimately locked, and that was just so exciting. I couldn't believe it. And they were locked for a pretty long time. I checked the next day, they actually moved around again, and they re-locked up again. So, like, every time I checked them, they were locked. So I couldn't unpair them, even though the deed was getting done already. But I just was so over the moon because I was finally seeing action between the two of them, and that was over the moon. Though we are in the baby steps, these are the first initial steps, obviously, to having success of breeding Woma pythons. It was just something that was a monumentous moment for me, just to see that he was actually getting the job done and lifted her tail. I saw the lock, and it was just so exciting, and I can't wait. Now they're separated, they both had meals, and I can already tell he's kind of antsy and ready to go right now up here. He's just been constantly circling his cage, and she's just been kind of more reserved right now, and I think this is great. I'm so excited. I'm not going to repair them up. I'm actually going to try him out with Wendy this upcoming week, so we're going to have some snowstorms this next couple days, so I'm going to try them out and see how they do. Give Willow another week off, put some more food in her system as well too. Just ultimately really making sure that we're keeping up with their food intake, offering as much as we can, just to make sure, like we did with the Stimson's pythons, upping the meal a little bit helped with the calcification of those eggs at the end of the day, so we didn't have a lot of those windows like we saw with the Stimson's pythons. So I'm just kind of learning those lessons of upping the meals and everything that they were doing traditionally from weekly to having a little bit more additionally calorically. I think it would help. So we're going to see if anything happens with that. If you guys have any suggestions and tips yourself, I would love to hear them. But everyone that I've been talking to and has helped me and given me great advice, I appreciate you guys. You guys know who you are, because I've sent you all the success that I've been having with these guys, and I've been so stoked. So yeah, that was probably the biggest moment of the month, and something that I'm truly excited for and ultimately thankful for. Besides all the success, this month also had some hardships. Just something that we talked about last week. Unfortunately, we did lose Johnny, and that was a big bummer for sure. You know, I mean, Johnny was a staple for the collection. Johnny was just a really cool snake that I have absolutely adored for all the years that I had him. And I got him during Black Friday many years ago, and it's crazy to think that he's no longer with us as that time is passing now. So yeah, I mean, it's a huge bummer. Definitely took the wind out of my sails in terms of that, you know. I mean, ultimately, it's tough when you're working with animals because it can always happen. Yeah, he's definitely going to be missed. But yeah, I mean, we gave him a nice tribute the last video, so if you guys haven't seen that yet, maybe check that one out. We kind of talk about the story of Johnny and all my plans that I was ultimately having with him and everything. But yeah, you know, I mean, this side of the room with the arboreal cages, it's kind of up in the limbo now in terms of what do we do. I don't see myself, because I was just lightly looking, and I kind of looked a little bit more just in terms of like finding a pair of red-tailed green rat snakes. And, you know, it's difficult. It's tricky. Like I said, no one really works with them. And I think that's ultimately what I would want to put there. There are some plans in the works of things that I do want to work with. And they're also arboreal as well, too. They're not chondros. I don't want you guys to think that. Not that there's anything wrong with chondros, but if you had to guess what it is that I'm thinking of working with, another arboreal species that isn't a chondro, let me know what your guesses are down in the comments. I would be curious to see what you guys think I'm thinking of working with. But yeah, it's definitely tough because I do have these empty arboreal cages. If I am to start something new, I don't know if I would necessarily even use these. So what do I really do with these arboreal cages then, you know? So it's up in the air, you know. It's not something that's a rush. That could just be something in a few months, kind of reassess, maybe towards like March Tinley, maybe kind of assess what the situation is and what I want to ultimately do with this side of the reptile room. So it's all up in the air. I'm not in a rush. I'm just focused on the stuff that's here, I'm really excited with, and just working these projects. I mean, it's been a ride and a roller coaster of fun. That's ultimately what the goal is. But I want to hear from you guys. What are you guys personally excited for this breeding season, or just in general with your animals? Even if you're not breeding them or anything and just enjoying the ride with them, what are you excited about with your reptiles lately? I'm excited too, because we're going to be doing some really cool revamps and upgrades throughout these next couple months. I think this coming month we're going to do a really fun revamp of the rhino enclosure to really just implement some more fun elements for the rhino iguanas, so that'll be really cool. And yeah, just kind of go from there and just kind of do some more fun creative stuff. Along with, obviously, we toured around Mike's facility with the frogs and got to check out some really cool stuff in terms of what he's doing with red-eyed tree frogs. If you haven't checked out that video, seeing him unveil the blue red-eyed tree frog, it's incredible. I couldn't believe when I saw it for myself myself, which you definitely have to check that out for sure. We did film an additional video with Mike that is still in the works that I just haven't released yet. In due time, we'll release that video as well too. But I do have some other fun collabs in the works that are coming up as well too that I'm super excited to share with you guys. Some really cool new stuff that you just wouldn't see anywhere else, which is going to be super, super exciting for sure. Ultimately, guys, like I said, we just had Thanksgiving, and I just wanted to say one thing that I'm thankful for, besides for all my animals, is all of you guys. Genuinely, I know it may sound cheesy, but you guys have created such a great community on this channel that I truly appreciate, and it's hard to replicate for sure. You know, I appreciate everyone's support who has come from this channel over to my vlog channel. Thank you guys so much for your ongoing support. If you didn't even know I had a vlog, definitely go check it out at Nick Pulaski and go check out and show some love over there. We're going to be posting some really fun stuff. I have a whole bunch of fun winter projects in the works there, like I was just saying, that we're also going to be vlogging as well. So some really cool stuff there as well too. A whole bunch of animal adventures too that I'm just kind of planning and working on. I mean, 2026 is going to gear up to be a fun year for sure. And this year isn't done yet in 2025, but we are going to definitely have one fun 2026 for sure. So yeah, guys, I just want to say thankful for all of you guys. Thank you for being so awesome in this community. It really lifts my spirits for sure. But yeah, I've been posting some really fun updates over on social media as well too. When the Woma Python's locked up, that was the first place I announced it. So definitely, if you haven't followed me yet on Instagram, definitely go check out NJP Exotics, both on Instagram and on TikTok, so you can stay in the loop along with all the other cool updates that we have. We're going to be doing some really fun stuff for sure. Especially in the winter, I'm going to be locking down and doing some really fun projects and really honing in. Make sure that this winter leads into the spring, leads into the summer, leads into the fall. We just keep snowballing, if you will, into something really, really big and fun. That's what I ultimately want to do. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning into this reptile room tour. It truly means the world to me. If you guys could do me a few favors, like the video, subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it, as well as hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Definitely check me out on social media as well too. Like I said, I've been posting some first updates there as well too, so you can see everything that's going on there. Again, guys, thankful for each and every one of you. Thanks for making this community so great, and until next week, I will see you guys soon. Take care.